But somehow that's not the way we are taught to learn.
Well, I'm smiling because when I was 22, I wrote this book called How to Become a Straight A Student, right? And the whole premise of the book was I'm going to talk to actual college students who have straight A's and who don't seem completely ground out, right? Like not burnt out. And I'm just going to interview them, right? And the protocol was, how did you study for the last test did you study for? How did you take notes for the last? So I was just asking them to walk through their methodology. The core idea of that book was active recall. That was the core idea, that replicating ideas, the way I used to say is replicating the information from scratch as if teaching a class without looking at your notes. That is the only way to learn. And the thing about it was it's a trade-off. It's efficient, doesn't take much time, but it's incredibly mentally taxing, right? This is why students often avoid it. It is difficult to sit there and try to replicate and pull forth, okay, what did I read here? How did that work? It's mentally very taxing, but it's very time efficient, right? If you're willing to essentially put up with that pain, you learn very quickly. And not only do you learn very quickly, you don't forget. It's almost like you have a pseudo photographic memory when you study this way. You sit down to do a test and you're replicating like whole lines from like what you studied. The ideas sort of come out fully formed because it's such a fantastic way to actually learn.
But somehow that's not the way we are taught to learn.